Hey girls, welcome back to Mixed Story Time. Well, we have been working on our community helpers, haven't we? We've been talking about friends that keep us healthy, helpers that help us stay safe, and our helpers that help with our daily needs, right? Do you think you can guess who I am? Who might help you out with food? Haha, you're right. I am a chef or a baker, right? Someone who cooks for you is a chef, and someone who cooks like desserts and yummy treats is called a baker, right? Well, I bet at home you have bakers and chefs at your home. They're your mommies and daddies. But guess what? You can be a chef and a baker too. Do you want to help me out today? I bet you do. Well, today we're going to do two things. You're going to help me make a treat, and we're going to get to read a story while our treats are kind of cooking. All right? Now, the first thing I'm going to tell you is the name of our treats today, and I think it's something that you've had before. It is, are you ready? Rice Krispie Treats! Yay! All right, I'm going to show you how to make these, and these are going to be awesome. And if you watch really carefully, you can make them at home with your mama and daddy too. Okay? All right, now, the most important thing before you start cooking is how are you going to do it? What do you need to know how to make the Rice Krispie Treats, or what you're making, right? Does anyone know what that is called that helps us along our way while we're cooking? Like the instructions? You're right, it's called a recipe. Can you say recipe? Recipe! All right, well guess what? Miss McMahon has her recipe right here. All right, a recipe, the directions or the instructions on how to make your treat or whatever you're making, okay? All right, now at the top of my recipe, there's a word right here, and it has a list of things. And guess what? All the little things that we mix together to make our treat. You know what that's called? That has another name, okay? I bet some of you have come to summer camp. Remember what that's called. You're right. It's all the different ingredients that you need to make your treat, okay? So in our Rice Krispie Treats, let's count how many ingredients we're gonna need. 1, 2, 3. We need 3 ingredients. Do you wanna find out what they are? Okay, I'm gonna show you really quick. Ingredient number 1, very important. It comes from a cow. Ooh, does anybody know what this is? You're right, it's a stick of what? Butter! Right, you see the B at the beginning of that butter word? All right, you're gonna need butter, okay? You're gonna need a whole stick plus another half a stick. Do you see that? 1.5 sticks of butter for your treats, okay? Your mom or your daddy can help you cut a stick in half, okay? All right, next ingredient. Yummy and delicious. Can you guess what it is? There. You're right. Marshmallows. All right, we love marshmallows. That's ingredient number 2. Very important. Do you think you can guess what ingredient number 3 is for Rice Krispie Treats? You got it. We need the what? Rice Krispie cereal, of course. One of the main ingredients. Can't have Rice Krispie Treats without Rice Krispies. All right, now, we need a few other things too. Because bakers and chefs, they have tools, okay? Just like a carpenter has tools to make things, we have cooking tools. And the tools that we're gonna need to cook up our treats today, there's only a few, okay? You're gonna need one of these. Does anyone know what this is? Yeah, it looks like a cup. You're right, because that's what it is. It's called a measuring cup, all right? We're gonna need this measuring cup because we don't want too Marshmallows are too few. Marshmallows are too many crispy cereal or too little crispy cereal. So we need this to have it just right, just the right amount, okay? All right, another tool we're gonna need is a bowl, okay? A bowl. All right, another tool, we're gonna need a pot, okay? You're gonna need a pot. Pot and a spoon, okay? If you got a wooden spoon, that's the best, a wooden spoon, okay? One more tool, okay? And this is where your mommy and daddy are gonna have to do this part for you because it's not cold, it can be very, very hot when you turn it on, okay? And we want everyone to be safe when you're cooking. It is a what? Does anyone know what this is? Whoa! I bet you have some of these in your kitchen. You're right, they're burners for your stove, okay? This is a little portable stove because Miss McMahon cannot bring her whole stove into the living room. It just wouldn't work, right? We can't do that. So this is a portable stove. Now, this is something that gets hot and you do not touch a hot stove, okay? That's a danger. That's the part that your mommy and daddy are gonna have to do. But there's some things that you can help your mommy and daddy, okay? And here's the first part that you can help them with. In our recipe, okay? All right, the first thing, it does say 12 tablespoons of butter, which is a stick and a half of butter. Okay, we got that part. And it says, in a large pot over low heat, melt the butter. Okay, that's the part that your mommy and daddy are gonna have to do. Now, Miss McMahon has already done this part, okay? I've already got my melted butter in the pot, okay? It's hard to see, but take my word for it. It's melted butter, all right? That's already melted. Now, the next part is we're gonna melt the marshmallows inside the pot with the butter. But we need 8 cups of marshmallows to go in the pot. Now, this is where you come in. This is where the bowl, where we need that bowl, okay? And you need your measuring cup and your marshmallows, all right? So you're gonna help mommy and daddy, or help me right now, put in 8 cups of marshmallows. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of marshmallows. We're gonna pour it in. Okay, this is where we don't want too many marshmallows, but we want enough, okay? 1, right, you can count with me. 2, 3. Right, 3. What comes after 3? This is the tricky part. Oh, and 4. Few extra spilling in, but that's okay. We like extra marshmallows. All right, so about 4. We've got about 4 cups of marshmallows in this bag, okay? So we know we've got 4 cups in here. So guess what? We need 8. So 4 cups of marshmallows plus 4 more is how many do you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 and 4 is 8. So do you think if I just put a whole other bag of marshmallows in my bowl, it would be good? So this is where you can help your mommy and daddy put all marshmallows in. You get poured in the bowl. Whoa. Good job. Pour all those marshmallows in. All right. Now, here's where your mommy and daddy have to come in, because they have to melt in the pot. So they're gonna pour the marshmallows, whoa, there's a lot of marshmallows, into the pot with melted butter. Okay, all right, I'm gonna turn the stove on, all right, and this is where it's gonna start to melt. Your mommy and daddy will do this for you, okay? They're gonna have to keep stirring, all right? While they're stirring, where I'm stirring, okay? We're gonna start melting these marshmallows. All right, okay, so I'm getting it all started to stir up. I can see that the butter is starting to cover the marshmallows. Whoa, okay. All right, and it's gonna start melting. In the meantime, while our marshmallows are melting, guess what? We're gonna read our story. Okay? Now you're gonna notice something in our story. Okay? You're gonna notice some ingredients that our friends are gonna need to make this special treat in the story. Now our special story today is called Bunny Cakes. It's a Max and Ruby story. I know we love Max and Ruby. All right, Bunny Cakes by Rosemary Mells, okay? All right, I'm gonna keep stirring while we're reading too, just to make sure our marshmallows are melting really good, okay? All right, Bunny Cakes. Bunny Cakes by Rosemary Mells. Rosemary Mells. It was Grandma's birthday. Max made her an earthworm birthday cake. No, Max, said Max's sister Ruby. We're gonna make Grandma an angel surprise cake with raspberry fluff icing. Whoa, that sounds delicious. Max wanted to help, right? Don't touch anything, Max, said Ruby. But it was too late. So Ruby sent Max to the store with a list that says, what do you think he dropped? You're right, she sent him to the store that says eggs because he dropped the eggs. And I bet the eggs are one of the ingredients in her cake, right? So now he has to go get some more. Sometimes that happens. Max wanted red hot marshmallow squirters for his earthworm cake. So he wrote red hot marshmallow squirters on the list. So there's the list, it says eggs. So he wrote the marshmallow squirters. Does that look like words? It looks like he must have just, more like he drew a picture of them. All right, I'm gonna stir up our marshmallows. Make sure they're melting real good. All right. Keep stirring. This is what we call multitasking, girls. All right, here we go. They're looking good. Okay, let's see what happens next. See if he gets those red hot marshmallow squirters at the store. The grocer could not read Max's writing, however. Eggs, said the grocer. And he gave Max some eggs. How do you think Max feels about that? He didn't get his squirters. Maybe a little disappointed, huh? Max brought the eggs home to Ruby. Don't bump the table, Max, said Ruby. But it was too late. Ruby sent Max to the store with a list that says, what do you think Max spilled this time? You're right, spilled the milk. The list says milk. Back to the store, right? This time, Max wrote red hot marshmallow squirters in a different way. Let's see if the grocer recognizes it. Max hoped and hoped for his squirters, but the grocer still couldn't read Max's writing. Milk, said the grocer, and he gave Max some milk. Oh dear, poor Max, right? Poor Max. He's still probably a little disappointed he hasn't gotten it yet. All right, let's do a little stirring and we'll see what happens next. I hope Max doesn't spill or break anything else for that cake. But we know that there's eggs in that cake. We know there's some milk in the cake. So those are some ingredients that are going in Max's grandma's cake. All right, this is starting to melt really good. Whoa. All right, I'm being careful though. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see what happens next. Max brought the milk home to Ruby. There's a yellow line on the floor, Max, said Ruby. You can't step over that line. Uh-oh, I don't think she trusts him, does she? But Max crossed the line anyway. Over went the what? Flour. Ruby got out her pencil and wrote flour. And guess where Max is going? Back to the grocery, right? This time Max wrote red hot marshmallow squirters in the most beautiful writing he knew. Max could almost taste the marshmallow squirters. Flour, said the grocer, and he gave Max flour. Oh, poor Max. He's trying so hard, right? Trying so hard to write it out. He just doesn't know how to write yet, does he? All right. Okay, I'm stirring this up. Sure it doesn't get too hot. All right, I don't want to burn this. All right. Okay. It's starting to look really good. All right. Okay. Now, do you think Max is going to get those red hot marshmallow squirters? Do you think he's going to be able to get that grocer to read his handwriting? Well, we're going to find out. Is he going to spill anything else? Oh, we're going to find that out too. Poor Max. When Max got home, there was a sign on the kitchen door. Max, the kitchen is no place for you, said Ruby. Uh-oh. There's a sign that has his picture with a line through it, meaning no Max in the kitchen. Ruby finished up her cake. Oh, finally. She was able to finish up that cake without Max to spill anything. She baked it and she cooled it and iced it with raspberry fluff icing. It needs something else, Max, said Ruby. Could this be Max's chance? Birthday candles, silver stars, sugar hearts, buttercream roses, wrote Ruby. Meanwhile, Max had a brand new idea. Okay, so I think Max is going to get to go back to the grocery store to get the decorations for the cake. But hopefully he's going to try again to get those marshmallow squirters, isn't he? What is he going to do this time? This time, he drew a picture of red hot marshmallow squirters on Ruby's list and ran to the grocer. He could not wait. You see? He drew a picture this time. I bet, that looks like red marshmallow. Little squirters, good. Alrighty. He's excited, isn't he? Thinks he's gonna get him this time. Do you think he's gonna get him this time? I think you might be right. Birthday candles, silver stars, sugar hearts, buttercream roses, said the grocer. What's this? Why, it must be red hot marshmallow squirters! Finally, the grocer understood what Max wanted. Good thing Max didn't give up, right? He figured it out. He figured out how to communicate to the grocer. Even though he didn't know how to write it, he knew how to draw it. Okay. All right, my marshmallows look good. So you think Max is happy? I think he's happy. Ruby's cake looked just beautiful. Max went out and put caterpillar icing on his earthworm cake. Grandma was so thrilled, she didn't know which cake to eat first. Look at those beautiful cakes, right? I'm not sure if I would eat an earthworm cake, but she loved it, right? It was a great present. And Max did not give up, did he? He did not give up getting those little red marshmallow squirters, did he? All right, well, let's take a look on how our marshmallows are melting. They're looking great. All right, I think I can turn off this heat now. All right, I'm gonna turn it off. It's very hot, very careful. Now, the next part of our instructions, we're gonna have to put the what? What was our last ingredient? Butter, marshmallows, and Rice Krispies cereal. Okay, now girls, in our recipe, it has a number. Okay, we had 8 cups of marshmallows, and then we're gonna add another 2 cups. Because we like marshmallows. That's the secret. After you melt some marshmallows, you add a few more. So you got lots of gooey marshmallows in your treat. All right, now, the last thing is 8 cups of crispy treats. So we're gonna have to do the same thing and add 8 cups to our bowl, and then we're gonna mix it our marshmallows. First, I'm gonna add another couple cups of marshmallows. This is the secret. See, if you like marshmallows, we're gonna add 2 more cups. So you have little chunks of marshmallow in your treats. It's gonna be really good. 1 and 2. Okay. Rubbing marshmallows. That's okay. Okay. Now, are you ready? I'm gonna mix these in really quick. Just a couple cups. Okay, now you got your bowl again. This is where you can help your mommy and daddy to help measure out 8 cups. Okay, you can count with me. Ready? 1. Oops. Ready? And what comes after 1? 2. Right? And 3. And 4. And after 4 comes what? And 5. And after 5 comes what? And 6. And after 6 comes what? 7. And after 7 is 8. All right. 8 cups. All right. So now, your mommy and daddy are going to have to do this part. They're going to pour all the Crispies. We're going to put all the Crispies into the bowl, the pot, and stir it. Okay. Very carefully. Very carefully. This one man's making a little bit of a mess, but you know what? It can get kind of messy sometimes when you cook. But these are going to be yummy and delicious. Now, friends, you know what? I have a little secret for you. What if you don't have Rice Krispies at home? Right? You can make these with any kind of cereal you have at home. You might have some Fruit Loops. You can do it with Fruit Loops. Maybe you have some Cocoa Krispies, or some Fruity Pebbles, or maybe you just have some Corn Flakes at home. You can do it with any kind of cereal. That's what's so great about these. All right, now, these are looking really good. Okay, now once your mommy and daddy mix this up. Now it cools off pretty fast, good thing, okay? But the tricky part, the next tricky part is getting it into a pan, okay? And they're gonna have to completely cool before you are able to have your treats, okay? So I've mixed it up. Now I'm gonna teach you and your mommy and daddy a trick, because they get sticky, okay? And putting them in a pan gets really sticky, and you don't want them to get too sticky because then they're hard to eat, right? All right, and makes everything, your hands a mess and everything. So you've got a pan. I forgot, this is one more tool that you're gonna need to put your treats in. All right, does anyone know what this is? This is cooking spray, okay? This keeps things from sticking, okay, to pans. Now shake it up, spray it. Makes a funny sound, doesn't it? Makes my pan all white. All right, and then, oh, one more thing. This is the trick. Okay, I'm gonna put the treats in the pan, and then you're gonna watch see the magic trick. Okay. All right, put this down. All right, we're gonna pour it in. Okay. Tricky part. My spoon just dropped. That's okay. All right. We're gonna get it all in there because it gets pretty sticky pretty quickly. There's a lot of marshmallows in here. Okay. Okay. Ooh, so sticky. See how sticky it is? Looks like it starts with all those marshmallows. It looks like spider webs. Okay. All right, now, whoa, very sticky, right? Okay, here's the trick of getting it in the pan. Use that cooking spray again. spray the bottom of your measuring cup, okay? That's the trick, so you don't get your hands all sticky, okay? And then you use it to press your treats into the pan so that it won't stick. See, it's not sticking, okay? You just press it in there. You could probably help your mommy and daddy. So press, 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 press. See? Press, press, press. Skating it all on top of our treats. Skate, 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 skate. All right, and it flattens it out and spreads it out and smooths it out. And guess what? No sticking. No sticking. And then, when they're finally cool, you have a yummy treat to eat. Yay! You girls were awesome chefs today. All right, well, thank you. Now, don't forget that you can be a chef or a cook too. And chefs and cooks are very important for helping us out, right? Because we need to eat. All right, well, okay, well, I hope you enjoyed cooking with me today. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.